So now that we listened to the Three Little Pigs, we are going to fill out a graphic organizer together. The graphic organizer says the characters, the settings, and the problem solutions. We've already gone over what the characters and the settings are as a class. We practiced that before. We're able to know how to determine that within a story. So we are going to fill those out, and that's not new information, but the problem and solution is, and we're going to figure that out together. So before we begin, I know we went over it in the beginning of this lesson where I told you the story, and you guys were able to figure out what the problem and solution was in that pumpkin patch story that I told, which was awesome. But I want to kind of directly tell you what a problem is and what a solution is within a story. So a problem is a conflict that affects the characters and gets in the way of something that the character wants or needs. So for the example I gave in the beginning of the lesson, the conflict, the characters wanted to bring a heavy pumpkin home, but the fact that there was no wagons for them to put it in, that was the problem. The problem was that there was no more wagons for them to get that pumpkin they wanted and they needed to bring home. The solution is the act of solving a problem. So how they solved that problem was they took the baby sister out of the stroller and they put the heavy pumpkin into the stroller so that they can get it to the car and bring it home. So now that we've listened to the Three Little Pigs, we're going to fill out this graphic organizer like I said, and let's start with the setting. What is the setting in this story? Can someone remind me of what the setting means before we filled this out? I know we've gone over this as a class together, but remind me what we talked about. What is a setting? The setting is, right, where and when a story takes place. So who can tell me the setting in this story? So from what we see, it takes place more generally outdoors and during the day, but more specifically, the setting is a brick house, a stick house, and a straw house, which is the homes of the pigs that they make throughout the story. Next, what are the characters in the story? Who can remind me of what characters are in a story, which we've also gone over in prior lessons. So the characters are the people, the animals, or the things that take part in a story. So in this scenario, is it things or is it people? No, right? It's animals. So the characters that are in the story is the mom, who we met in the beginning of the book, the Three Little Pigs, and who else are we forgetting? There's one more animal, the big bad wolf, correct. So now that we've gone over these things, which ultimately will help us when we are figuring out our problem and solution, let's talk about what the problem is in this story. So, is there something that causes trouble for the characters throughout the story? Can anyone tell me? The problem, is that the wolf is trying to get the pigs and has blown 2 homes that the pigs have made down. So that's the problem. The problem is that the wolf is trying to get the pigs, and the wolf is blowing down the homes that they make to try to stay safe. But the pigs end up solving this problem. How did the pigs solve this problem? What was the solution? The pigs realized that they needed to build a stronger home that wouldn't fall when the wolf tried to blow it down. So what did they do? They built a home made out of brick. So that was their solution. But before we go any further and we stop right there, I'm thinking of another problem and solution that came in the story. So some stories don't just have one problem and solution, there might be multiple. And in this one, there is another problem and solution. So let's go one step further. Although they built a house made of brick and the wolf was not able to blow it down, what did the wolf decide to do next? What happened next in the story? Right, the wolf decided, okay, since I can't blow it down, I'm going to just go down the chimney. And the wolf did just that. So that was our second problem. The wolf went down the chimney to try to get to the pigs. But what did the pigs do to solve that problem? What was their solution to this second problem that occurred? The solution was that they quickly lit a fire and put a pot of water over it so that when the wolf came down the chimney, what would happen? The wolf would get burned by the boiling pot of water. And did that happen? Yep. What happened to the wolf was his bum got burned on the fire, the boiling water, and he scrambled all the way up the chimney, ran down the block, and never came back to bother the pigs again. So that was the solution. We were able to figure out 2 problems, 2 solutions, and we have filled out our graphic organizer.